Let us go. Spawning in the bottom hand corner of White Rabbits, we have the German Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Mouse. It is HeRoMaRinE. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Polish Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg. It is Elazer. We go. See, why does he call HeRoMaRinE Gabe? Oh, that's his name. That's that's alright. Right. I should explain that. People are like, yo, what does that mean? What's going on? HeRoMaRinE, that's his IRL name. That's his Big Gabe is his nickname as well, and it is easier to say like instead of HeRoMaRinE when like doing play-by-play or casting. It gets a little bit much, and I've tried it again for like the first year of casting HeRoMaRinE. I'm saying HeRoMaRinE like all the time, like whenever referring to the player, whenever having these big engagements. It's just easier to say just saying Gabe. It's just easier. Flows a little bit better. Mix it up, Abby. Mix it up. Oh, share my papi, share my. See Polonia in the chat. And so now Hatch Gas Pool. Hatch Gas Pool standard opening here out of Elazer. Meanwhile, Gabe himself going for his own Rax Expand. Settling in. Oh. But it was just a rough early game there from Fiance, led into a rough mid game as well. But we'll see how Elazer does react, does respond. Coming into this again, I was more standard setup here. There's no crazy proxy hatcheries. There's no crazy early game setup. It's going to be all about the mid game instead. Droning, saturating. We'll see if Elazer does embrace roach based play, which has been falling off as of late. Roaches were all the craze and were the go-to for 2022, 2023, and 2024. But in the most recent patch, Ling Bane is much more viable. Bailings have increased HP, the Spire is also more accessible as well, so Ling Bane and Ling Bane Muta is now an option in ZVT. Oh my god, and that is a very fast lair, Jesus. A 230, 228 lair timing very early here. Now with such an early lair, this could be one of two things. Either we're going to be building up, taking extra gases and going into insanely fast 2-based Muta, or we go for, say, a Nidus all-in. There's no Overlord here on the right hand side, but there's no Overlord in position in towards the main base. It's going to be 3 CC before Starport. Economic build here by Gabe. Meanwhile, what is that lair going to be spent on? Because I don't see any extra gases. Drone count is very low here. I'm leaning more towards... Oh, no, we're droning. Yeah, he's droning up. He's droning up. Roach one gets thrown down as a part of the wall. Overlord speed. We're going for a German taxi. Okay. Huh. Interesting. It's kind of piecing together here. So you would never research Overlord speed this early on unless you plan on making drop lords, of course. Second gas is now being taken. We're now joining up. I'm a little bit perplexed just because of how fast the lair is. What does that really achieve? We're not throwing down any fast tech, but it does allow for an earlier Overseer scout. Is this really worth it though? Yeah, Overseer's revealed. So now Gabe, even though Gabe didn't get into the main base, the Overseer just screams, oh, fast lair. So Gabe is now aware of the fast lair, as there should not be an Overseer this early on in the game. Of course, Elazer, he has no third base, so it also telegraphs that he's playing 2 base, of course. Playing much more tech heavy, now taking his gases. Overseer gets a full scout. Overseer confirms the faster TC into 111. Oof. So Overseer is hunted down. And here come those Dropper Lords. Again, seeing Overlord speed as quickly as we did telegraph and did tell us that we were going to be seeing a Drop Lord all in. The German taxi is upon us. But this is just a rare sight in ZVT. You don't often see this. It's going to be a little bit awkward as well, because typically the Drop Lord is designed to pick up the queens, but the roaches also don't have roach speed. So it'll take a while. Let's go. The all-in is upon us. Gabe, he has an idea of what's coming his way. He's aware of the fast lair, he's aware of the late expansion, and now he does scout the all-in. Yeah, big scout here by Gabe. does spot what's coming his way. Behind this, bunker gets thrown down. We have additional banshees. Tank production's underway as well. Just as a buy time for his tanks, buy time for his production. Tank does set up. Likewise, the Banshee just getting free damage on the Ravagers. Ooh, they doesn't get it. Hot pick up there by Elazer. Tank repositions. It's going to be on Gabe here to protect that tank. Second Banshee has arrived. In the middle of this defense, Gabe is going double eBay. That is so greedy. That's crazy. Yeah, double eBay while they shut down the first tank. Marines are trying to hold their own, and they do focus on the Ravagers. Just barely, there's still one Ravager left. Second tank arrives, and Gabe holds. Wow, Gabe, he does hold on, and he's getting away with the double upgrades. He's crazy. Elazer's still all in. By the way, Elazer, he's not droning. There's no droning from here. No shot. No drones, no saturation. It's still all or nothing here for Elazer. This is still a very greedy response here by Gabe, landing his third base as well. And if he's not careful, this could get him killed. Again, we're lacking bio. These Raxes were delayed. We could have seen, instead of these two E-bases, these could have been extra Raxes and extra production. But now there are two tanks. First tank gets wild. Boys are being fooled. And Gabe is holding. Yeah, Gabe, he does hold on. Does lift up his third CC. But the bunker is maintained. Ooh, as he does have aggro vision. Files down the next tank. 0 tanks left. Elazer, can he break the natural? Can he break through? Files a do connect. They shut down the SCVs. The bunker barely does stay alive though. And now Gabe, he has a bunch of Marauders. The Marauders have arrived. A better army against the Roaches. The repair is still looking strong. Keeps the bunker alive. And Gabe, has he done it? Has he held? Sim is finishing up in 10 seconds. We're 10 seconds away from Sim. It's all now finish. And now he can chase. Oh, there it is. There's that Sim. Hunting down the Roaches. Does focus on some of the Queens. Gabe, he's fighting out of range of his tanks, but there we go. He's leapfrogging forward. Tanks are moving in. Dives on the Ravagers. God, it's still looking quite close. It's still close, but he's holding on. And 1-1 is going to kick in, by the way. Crazy. 1-1 finishes. And Gabe, he avoids the vials. He spreads well. GG gets called. The all-in fails. And HeRoMaRinE, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Ay, papi. HeRoMaRinE, he does claim the first game. Again, we did see Elazer go for a very interesting build, going for a very, very fast lair, maybe potentially overly fast lair as well. He did, of course, telegraph and showcase Gabe that, hey, I have a fast lair due to his Overseer scouts. That followed up by the German taxi, by the Roach Queen all in and getting across the map as well. But it was very delayed. I should point that out, the fact that we're going for the all in on White Rabbit. White Rabbit is one of the larger maps of the map pool, longer rush distance by ground, so this is hitting later and it's hitting weaker than it would be on Tourmaline or 10,000 feet or Ruby Rock. So a bit of a weaker all-in here, and likewise Gabe had extra time to scout, to react, to respond, and we even had a greedy response out of Gabe as well, going into the faster eBays, going into the faster upgrades, which didn't really come into play. They kicked in at the very end as the GG was happening, so again, just even a greedy response was still enough. GG. So impressive defense set by Gabe, and now we're going to be loading into game number 2, going to be loading into Winter Madness. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the German Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Mals, leading the series 1-0. It is HeRoMaRinE. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Zerg player. The blue Zerg player with the Polish Zerg. Down in the series, can he bounce back? It is Elazer. And again, traditionally Elazer, he's been known for greed, known for his macro, but alas, last game we saw Elazer commit into a 2-base all-in. So clearly willing and willing to be more chaotic, more aggressive in his return to StarCraft, and we'll see what we get here in game number 2. Now, I don't expect to see the same builds. I don't expect another fast lair, but you know, the door has been opened for more aggressive styles. Door is open. Gabe going CC first. Let's go. I mean, again, after defending against the all-in in game 1, there's a lower chance that Elazer is aggressive in game 2, especially considering the map. Welcome to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the larger, more economic, more defensive maps in the map pool, and Gabe does go CC first into delayed racks. He would be vulnerable here, but again, Elazer has no signs of aggression. As he goes hatch, pool, gas. Late gas guys are out of Elazer, later link speed. Technically, you could choose to skip it entirely. We'll see. So again, late link speed, late aggression out of Elazer. Now, the one downside here for Gabe is how greedy he's being. Not just CC first, but no SCV scouts. No SCV scouts. And of course, because of the later racks, no Reaper either. So 0 scouting information out of HeRoMaRinE. Luckily for Big Gabe, like, there's nothing to scout, but imagine if this was last game. Again, imagine if Elazer was going for an insanely fast lair timing and going for an all-in. Gabe is gambling, but this is a calculated decision here by Gabe. As we mentioned before, the likelihood of Elazer going for an all-in 2 games in a row is very low. So Gabe just blindly cutting all the corners, going into his own third CC. So 3 CC here before factory, before starport. This is one of the greediest builds you can go for. CC first into racks, into third CC before factory. Into 3 CC 3 racks. Jesus. 230 lair timing. Elazer, he did not scout the main. He didn't scout the main base. He's not fully aware what's going on, but he's aware there was no SCV scout. He's aware there was no Reaper scout either. And again, he takes advantage of lack of scouting by rushing into a fast lair again. Okay. Can we pull this off? Now, if Elazer goes to the same all-in, Gabe, because of his build and because of how greedy he's being, there's no factory. There's no factory. That means there's no tank production. Tank production is going to be delayed, and that is going to be a big blow here when it comes to early game defense. There's that Roach Warren. It's looking like the same build. There it is. Overload speed. Roach all in. We're going for the German taxi. We're going for the taxi, pappy. Let's go. The Roaches, the Queens are amassing, Elazer is all-inning, and now there's a higher chance that this actually works. Gabe, he gambled. He did gamble. I agree with his gamble, by the way. Like, I'm fond of it. I feel like it made sense. But Elazer doesn't make sense. But to be fair, it feels like this build from Elazer is a response and a reaction to the lack of SCV Scout and the lack of Reaper Scout as well. It does feel like that's the case. The overseer is revealed. So even though HeRoMaRinE sees nothing across the map, now suddenly, oh, now he knows. Now he knows, hold up, this is looking familiar. Your lair is done. That shouldn't be possible. That shouldn't be happening right now. And Gabe is in danger. As we mentioned, no factory, no tanks. No defensive tanks this time. No, Elazer's droning. No, he's missing it. Elazer, he's got the lair, he's got overlord speed, but he is droning up instead. There was potential here. There was so much potential. I don't think Elazer, he recognized just how greedy Gabe has been. I mean, he hasn't seen. Yeah, he didn't scout the bases. Again, the all-in would have been so much more successful this time. But Elazer, he's droning, he's saturating, he's expanding. Elazer, he's backing off, and Gabe, he gets away with it. Calculated. But now we get the scout. Now we get the scout, and now Elazer sees. Now he's like, the factory's only just now finishing. The starport just now begins. The CC's been done for quite some time. Stim is finishing up. That window has come and gone. How do we respond? Fast infestation pits. Oh, okay. This should be for infestors. Right now, Elazer, he's lacking banelings. He's lacking splash damage. This should be for safety infestors to keep Elazer alive against the buy and move out. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, link speed is just now starting as well. Remember, link speed was skipped in favor of the lair. They're the safety infestors, which are quite necessary. Again, without these infestors, HeRoMaRinE, he'd just walk over Elazer. Just walk over him. Now let's go. Contamination here on the starport, delaying the drop play. Here comes the move out again. We've got Stim, we've got Combat Shields finishing up in a couple of seconds. Medevacs were delayed, but they're coming out as well. And Gabe can start being active. Now, as I mentioned before, because Elazer did invest into those infestors, he should be safe. He should be okay. Elazer has the tools to defend. It's not going to be easy, but he has them. Gabe does push forward. Here we go. This is a fungal. Lings they collapse in, and Elazer holds. He does hold on. As you mentioned again, these infestors were quite necessary. Oh my god. Files don't quite connect. And Gabe pulls away behind this. You see, I see no gases. No gases here at the third base. 3 more Raxes. This is a 3 base 8 Rax all in off of an insanely greedy build. This is maybe the strongest kind of 8 Rax you can go for. So 3 base all in by Gabe. The turns have tabled, and it's going to be a tough hold for Elazer. So far, the fungals have been nice. We have 4 infestors in total, and we have a couple of fungals available. Currently 2. Sorry, currently 1. Needs a little bit more time. Drop behind the mineral line, taking the Eva chambers, laying upgrades. At least trying to. Other biles. Oh my god, both medevacs go down. Nice biles here from Elazer. Remember, Gabe is all in. Lings, they confirm lack of workers. But Elazer can hold on once again. Nice fungal. Yeah, fungals are landing, and Gabe is falling apart. Losing everything. The double drop on the right, the main army on the left. And Gabe is not built up for a longer game. Remember, he has no 2-2. He has no armory. Intentionally so. Like, the army just now gets run down. Gabe, he now realizes that the game is going to continue. Now does realize that it can no longer kill Elazer. We should soon be seeing gases and then a 4th CC. Aye, aye, aye. Again, Gabe had potential. Oh, doesn't have plus. Okay, denies the upgrades. On the one hand, Gabe doesn't have 2-2, neither will Elazer. But the Ultra Cavern is coming. And Gabe is not built. He's not ready for Ultras. He's not built for it. Gabe, he still didn't take any gases, so he's still completely all in. He is not adjusting, he's not deviating. Oof. Fungal lands once again. And allows to shut down the first tank. First tank goes down. Nice thing run by. There were barely any SCVs to begin with. Killing 9 SCVs. Now Gabe still has a terrifying army, but the problem is that once the ultras pop out, I don't think he can handle it. Now the chain fungals. Oof. Yeah, chain fungals while they shut down one of the tanks and the medevac as well. Ultras are revealed. And Gabe again, he's trying to hold his own here. More ultras trickling in. Once again, the fungals. Oh my god. The fungals have been on point this game. The runway continues. 15 dead SCVs. And Elazer is done. We have a series. We have a series here. And Gabe's all-in has failed. I mean, that was clear earlier. Again, he's just been trying to commit. What else could he do? Oh my god, he's been catching another medevac. Ultras are waddling in. Gabe is kiting his heart out, doing what he can. Trying to survive. Bappy. GG gets caught, and Elazer ties up the series. We are going to the ace match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, initially I was concerned for Elazer. Initially, Gabe had the better start. Remember, what did Gabe do? He cut so many corners. He got away with his greedy build. He got away with the early game. But he turned that into a 3-base all-in. He went into an 8-ranks 3-base all-in from the side of Gabe. Elazer, he was playing as safe, got his safety infestors, and he had 2 major engagements where he was able to catch both full medevacs on the right-hand side of the natural and catch the main army on the left. Once those fights went Elazer's way, that was it. That was game. That was the end of that all-in. And we saw that the last game, he was trying to transition out, or at least trying to get into 2-2, delayed 2-2 upgrades, couldn't quite saturate his 3rd base, and was outscaled by the Hive, by the Ultras. GG. GG, well played. Just took a little bit too long for the all-in to really get going, and now we're getting into game number 3. Going to be loading into Ruby Rock. Let's go. I should also give praise to Elazer when it comes to the contamination. True. Like, a big part of what delayed Gabe was lack of medevacs, lack of support. A lot of time was bought, but here we go. Here we go, we're getting into the ace match here, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the German Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Mals. It is HeRoMaRinE. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Polish Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg. It is Elazer. Here we go as we're selling into game number 3, the ace match here, and we did see some hyper greed out of Gabe last game, but this time we should be calming things down. Welcome to Ruby Rock. Ruby Rock is one of the smaller maps on the map pool, shorter rush distance by ground. Elazer has been going for 230 layer timing every game so far, and as a result, we're kind of expecting that here as well. This is going to be a hatch, pool, gas, later gas geyser out of Elazer. Eyes are on Elazer when it comes to skipping link speed, faster layer timing, and potentially into a 2-base all-in. The idea of going into a German taxi, into a Roach Queen all-in here in game 3, I feel like it will be a lot more successful here considering the map. At the same time, Gabe should be playing safe. Should be playing safe. For now, racks expand already, not cutting as many corners. Remember what happened last game? Last game will CC first. This time, racks expand. Likewise, Gabe is going for his Reaper to get some scout information across the map. Gabe does still skip his SCV scout. True, does skip the SCV, but is at least going for the Reaper. So we'll have some information to go off of. Meanwhile, we're getting up there in terms of gas. We're getting to 100 gas, and the question becomes, do we get link speed or do we go for the lair again? Eyes are on Elazer. Gabe going for the factory. There's no 3rd CC before factory this time either. Reaper does arrive, going to be set away by the Queens, and yep, there it is. That's going to be a 225 layer timing. So once again, fast layer out of Elazer. Once again, delays link speed. And we've seen 2 different variations, 2 different follow-ups from this opener. Game 1, we had Elazer go for the German taxi, go for the 2-base all-in. Game 2, we saw Elazer drone. We saw him drone up, saturate, and get into a longer game. But this will lead into Overlord speed. This will lead into an Overseer scout. And we'll see what decision he goes for from there. Oh, straight up 1-1-1. Okay. So Gabe, he delays his 3rd. Delayed 3rd base out of Gabe, going for a much faster starport, a much more aggressive build here by a Terran. Much more aggressive. And he may even contain Elazer on 2 bases. I would say it's ill-advised for Elazer to all-in a player that does go for a 1-1-1. Gabe, he's, You know, he has the best kind of sit up against that. Hellions move out. Overseer moves in. And Elazer, he will confirm the starport. So he's aware of the starport timing. Back at home, he's taking more gases. Claiming his third. So delayed third base out of Elazer. Delayed third, double Eva chamber, Elazer, he is macroing up. I believe he's going to cancel one, right? I could be mistaken. Is that a full wall? Yeah. There it is. Yep, does cancel. Gabe getting on top of the third base, and can he force a cancel? The base is getting low, Queens do respond. And Elazer will defend. Starting back Gabe. Behind there's no mech, we have 2 more Maxes on the way, so into his own 3-1-1 setup. Third CC is now done. And Elazer's keeping up with the Hellions, so far so good. Keeping up, he's defending. Plus on melee is on the way. This tells us he does plan on going into Ling Bane. Oh, hello. That's a fast hit. Just like last game, this should be for safety infestors. Where are the vials? Yeah, late reactions out of Elazer here. Hellions, they do sit by. This should not have happened. Yeah, drones are going to get roasted. Gets into the middle line, so far going to get up to 8 drone kills. Gets 8 drones, pulls away towards the third. Looking for more damage, and does find it. 9 drones go down. Remember, Hellions don't scale well. Hellions do not scale well into a longer game, so to trade out your Hellions for 9 drones is well worth it. Now Gabe does expand. So find a solid position. There are the safety infestors out of Elazer. Elazer, he might just skip Ling speed. He might just skip Banelings and just go straight into Ultras. That's a possibility here. There we go. Ling speed now is being researched. He's getting there. Gabe does slip into the main. Oh! Yeah, getting caught out by the fungals. Infestors are now revealed. And Gabe should just turtle up back at home. Yeah, he's just turtling up back at home. Unlike game number 2, where he was trying to go for an all-in into the infestors, this time he has to respect the infestors. He's taking his gases. This is indicative here of a 4th CC. Of just turtling up and maxing out. So ahead of the late game. Gabe's still finding damage though. Gets a queen. Gets a queen. Does take down 3 drones. Takes down a couple of workers. Oh, okay. Gabe is moving out. I would have assumed he would have stayed back home. The changeling does spot the move out. Elazer, he's getting ready. How many infestors do we have? 3. 3 infestors. Elazer's ground army is lacking though. He's only got 4 Ravagers. Fungal does land, but Elazer, he's again, there's no Banelings. He skipped it. Yeah, no Ling Bane this time. And barely any Roaches. The army is not there. Yeah, Elazer slipping when it comes to his macro. Like, he had a bank of minerals and gas. He even still has 1,300 gas. Just banking resources. Skip the Banelin Nest. Skipped Roach production. Oh, tanksted sack. Elazer trying to hold his own. But extensive losses. GG gets called. Elazer, he is broken early here, and Gabe, he will take the series 2-1, advancing on or taking down Elazer in our best of 3. GG. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We were gearing up for a longer game, but Gabe, he decided to move out, and Elazer, he had nothing. Elazer, he had no roaches. He had, what, 4 or 5 Ravagers. He had 3 Infestors. Didn't have any Lings, and you saw that he was banking up a bunch of resources. I do actually want to double check that, but he was banking up resources. He was holding on to his money, potentially for a Hive Tech and for Ultras, which is insanely greedy, and he got caught with his pants down. Yeah, the pants were down. Was called out. So I'm just double checking. But GG well played. HeRoMaRinE, he does claim the series, does take down Elazer. Again, shout out to Elazer for making a series out of it, for forcing the ace match, for showcasing some more powerful defensive play on Winter Madness, if you recall. Yeah, but GG well played. With that, Gabe, he does claim the series. Now we can catch up on the group. We can catch up on the group, catch up on our matches here. Un momento. Ha. Okay. So again, we're in Group C. We're in Group C here at HomeStory Cup, and we've already gone through 3 series so far. Elazer took down HeRoMaRinE 2-1. Gabe took down Fiant, and Gabe took down Elazer 2-1 as well. A lot of ace matches. A lot of ace matches. A lot of game 3s. We've had a lot of back and forths here so far between all these players, and we'll see if that trend continues. We have 2 series left. Up next is going to be Clem versus HeRoMaRinE in a PvT, followed by Gabe versus Cristiano, also in a PvT. So we still have 2 series left, 2 series remaining. Aye. And again, we'll see if we can get those ace matches. Until then, we're going to be cutting to a short break. Again, we have 5 series here tonight. We have 10 in total, but we're going to be breaking this broadcast up into multiple days. So we're going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, we will have our next series. We will have Clem versus HeRoMaRinE ready for you. See you soon. See you soon after the break back. See you soon.